Good morning, YouTube world. Reaching out to those who need possible advice, life lessons. Today I'm going to talk about parenting. No, I am not the best parent. I've seen some wonderful parents. I've seen other parents do great jobs with their kids. And I wish I could model that even more. Instead, I'm going to speak on behalf of when you're dealing with unruly, your household is in uproar, and due to a teenager that chooses not to do what he needs to do, or she. Well, the first response, knee-jerk response, is the fact that maybe I didn't do what I needed to do, and I take responsibility for directing the kids for not giving them boundaries, and also the rules, and sticking to them. Kids need structure. They need constant structure. They need chores to do. Even if the ones that are doing great in school, even if they're not doing great in school, kids look up to their parents for structure, for advice, for direction. They may not agree, but they still seek that structure in their life. And as a parent, you have to force them. And sometimes it's like looking at yourself. Now, for those that have stepchildren, to be honest with you, it is very difficult. You are not the parent. You may not have created the problems, but you're still the parent model. Now, if you are a couple and one party or one part of the couple is not on board with the other adult, that kid knows that. They see that, and they find that weakness, and it's like a crack in concrete, where the crack in concrete, if it keeps getting water, it keeps raining on it, eventually that crack's going to get bigger, and eventually it will divide the two adults, because the kid knows that that's what they're after. They want what they want, and they're going to try to find every weakness between the couple, between the parents, to get what they want. And you have to stand strong. You cannot give in. You have to put your foot down, and both of you have got to work together, no matter what. But it all starts at home. If the kids have a problem in school, you have to seek advice, sometimes from their family. If it's a stepchild, find out what they did with aunts and uncles and stuff like that, because sometimes a kid might be more like the family or the father or the uncles or the aunts and have the same mentality. You're not there to crucify the child, you're there to help the child. Now, if the step-parent is being attacked, or is being told that they are not the parent and stuff like that, the main parent needs to also step their game up and back you on the part of supporting you, to where you stand back to back. You're fighting off everything that is attacking that person. You work together. The best advice is that the couple works together. If they want it to work, they work together. They don't do it behind their back. They do not let the kid know that, okay, I'll wait until that person's gone, and then I'll talk to my parent so I can manipulate and mess up the structure. And because you got to stick to the structure and the things that you want. Now, if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever's watching this, YouTube world, oh, by the way, subscribe if you want to hear more. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Please help me put this out. Maybe someone can take some knowledge. Maybe it'll help. But back to what I was saying. If the main parent of the child feels that they need to make a decision, that it's either the child, which is 16, 17, 18, and has not done anything, has not worked for anything, has not proven reliability, trustworthiness, or anything, but the parent says, hey, I need to help my child. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But if the main parent chooses that child over the other adult, which is paying bills and doing other stuff, then there are outcomes to those actions. So, to any single moms out there that are in a relationship, that they actually enjoy the relationship and are walking all over their partner because of their child, and the child does not want to do any better, and then the parent is trying to help their child, which there's nothing wrong with that. But there's repercussions for those choices. And there is a strain. And be prepared to lose that relationship because you're not working together. You're showing that you're not building trust. You're showing that you're doing stuff and making decisions for your child that does not want to fix stuff because they're kids. They don't understand that. They haven't lived life because you haven't forced them. You haven't told them to go get a job, to figure it out, to understand how money works, to understand how relationships and boundaries work. You know, the thing is that it takes two parents. One parent can do it. I was raised in a single parent household. My mother was strong. It can be done. It's very difficult. It's difficult on everyone. No one wins, but it takes a winning mentality to make it out and fight every day. But say that, let's give a scenario. Child is acting rambunctious, doesn't want to listen. You set boundaries, they cross the boundaries. They physically, possibly attack the other parent. The main parent feels, okay, well, it's not a big deal. We'll get over it. We'll get past it. We'll work past it. And so the step parent says, hey, I don't want that person back for 30 days. They need to learn. And I don't care how they learn. I don't care where they go. And then the main parent says, hey, I got to do for my child. And they're running all over the place. And they're going crazy. And they're trying. And so what happens is that trust, because the main parent says, okay, well, I got to do for my child. That's the problem. When your head, the main parent's head is so far up their child's ass that they can't see daylight. And when their own child has their head up their ass where they don't see daylight, but it's expected that the step parent suck it up, that's not fair. It's not right. And I have respect for myself, and I've worked hard, and I will continue working hard. I will always try, and I will always work extra, and I will always do extra, and I will always try. But when it is not reciprocated, when it is not understood, when the line is crossed, that's it. You mark your line in the sand. You have to respect yourself. You try to respect others, but they don't respect you. So you mark a line in the sand and you say, I'm done. I love you. I love all of you, but I will not be disrespected. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter about all that other stuff. The fact is, if you love yourself and you love others, but others feel that you need for them to shit on a plate and for you to swallow it and eat it with a spoon, to me, you're sadly mistaken. To me, for men that I'm talking to right now, you put your foot down. If it's a mother or stepmom and the father is not stepping their game up and they expect for you to eat shit, it doesn't matter what parent, it doesn't matter if they are the main parent or not. The child does not pay the bills. The child needs to understand that they are not running the show. Put your foot down. Do not bend. Do not give in. Certain things, yes, but bad behavior, no. You do not bend. You either seek help, you get some advice. They need to work on that. You are the parent. You have attained a certain level of life. You have worked your butt off. You have done certain things. You deserve certain qualities. You also have to make sure that you spend time with your kids and try to show them the rights and the wrongs. But if the child chooses not to want to step their game up and pull you in a hole, it does not matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's a child. It doesn't matter if it is an adult. It doesn't matter if it's a friend. It doesn't matter if it's a family member. They gotta go. That's it. Let your balls drop a little bit. Take off the bra strap, whatever you want to say. But do not let anyone ever disrespect you. And if you're giving them true respect, you are doing all the things that you are trying everything that you can, and they still do not feel the need to change, still do not feel the need to find the answer for themselves, and they want to sit up in your house, eat your food, use your AC, use your water that you pay for, and they disrespect you, they gotta go. And if they don't want to go, you have them removed with law enforcement. If you don't want to do that and you have a bleeding heart and you're like, hey, that's kind of harsh. There's kids in the house. There's all this other stuff. I understand that. Well, if that be the case, then maybe you need to go and stop giving everyone what they need, or what they need and what they want, because you're giving everything to them, and then eventually you're going to die off from stress. Do not bend, especially when people are disrespecting you. Stand up for yourself. Do the best that you can. It doesn't matter if you are a kid. It doesn't matter. I understand, but when you're in school, you might have bullies or whatever. If there's kids listening to this, don't let people disrespect you. You don't have to take a gun or a knife and stab them. You don't have to do all that. It is a mental game. It's not necessarily a game, it's actually life. You don't have to kill no one to prove a point. You don't have to go postal and do something stupid. All you have to do is not accept the behavior. You move on. You don't have to hurt nobody. You don't have to slap nobody. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go on Facebook or Snapchat and TikTok and all this other stuff and make a big to-do. You just need to get your life together, do the best that you can, and be the best person that you can. If other people are making you miserable, if other people are harming you in any way, shape, or form, if anyone is trying to take what you've worked for and feel that they don't have to respect you, then you're not respecting yourself. I hope this touches a chord with some people. I hope that it helps. Stand up for yourself. Live life to the fullest. Find the right relationship if you're looking for one, or just live by yourself until things balance. Respect yourself. Don't ever let anyone lay a hand on you. Don't ever let anyone take from you that don't respect you. Don't ever let anyone walk all over you. Jerry, out.